privilege.
Like those found on Cloister. However, occasional stalling may occur.
Keep those eyes open, soldiers! Corneal frostbite needs to happen.
Heard that rift near the archive has been legalized.
Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of... The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routine... Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours and... The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you? All conflict is transient in nature. Those in the garden have enough perspective to remain present and to focus on what matters. Science. And you for recognizing. But now, may all your problems...
Detecting higher than normal humanity with trace amounts of organic material non-native to Cloister.
A visitor, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away. What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he had. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support. Which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia. I'm glad we're in accord. The presiding bishop's leadership allows the order to act in the corporate invaders will suck Arcadia of its resources and cast it to the wind. And the Protectorate are no better than Moreover, once we solve the universal equation, it will benefit all of humanity. You, me, everyone. No more suffering, no more doubt. It is indeed a good deal, but we can return to your initial point. There is a task of pivotal importance to the Order, but I cannot entrust it with just any come-by-chance outsider. As head of the Order's exemplars, it's my responsibility to assess whose aims upon Ruth may be malicious. Prove yourself to me first. To the point. Very well. A myriad of cultists have taken over. Once there was a bridge stretching from the settlement to the archive, but it was destroyed by a rift. Best keep your distance should you travel there. I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete. May you act within the...
A science fiction surplus. No more than what you need.
If you receive personalized border predictions, I'll admit to a bit of trepidation in regards to opening mine. This is the first one I've received since deployment.
Honestly, the ones to get in the field are lifesavers.
Use caution as you progress.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Fortifying team requested assistance currently unavailable. Health benefits available at your request.
Torpificator is charged.
It appears we've dealt with all of them. Oh, that was a close one.
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100. 1 being entirely pain-free, and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is far too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine is
Houses a full-grown mantisaur inside, crammed in and completely furious.
Protectorate has been gaining ground since winning control of the archive.
UNIAC has likely been sorting out the logistic problems.
not questioning you.
Combatant
But I still
observed.
Standing by with life support.
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Susceptible to
Protocol syringe is primed.
susceptible to danger.
Emergency protocols ready. Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
Status. Susceptible to... Status. Status. Susceptible to danger.
That'd be Spioton. Was once the Order's headquarters on Cloister. Aboard all this. Resorting to violence. Negative. Recharge incomplete. They're benumbed. Do try to limp. Unready. Do not refuse medical support.
Resuming hostilities. Providing aid benefits. As indicated.
Status. Susceptible to danger. Status. Susceptible to danger.
Emergency protocol syringes.
Patience. Still recharging. Torpification in progress. Mitigating the threat. Go for torpification.
Mobility. Corrosive substance. Susceptible to danger.
Protocol unit charged. Pharmaceutical reload in progress. Resuming hostilities.
Proceeding to attack.
Emergency protocols ready.
You've suffered recharging first.
Ready to assist with Agent Contact.
Locking them down. Torpification in progress.
Acquired from Praetor will allow us to proceed. Ratcheting up my aggression. Hostilities are afoot. Enemy in vicinity.
Locking them down.
This unit patiently awaits repair. Emergency protocols ready. Requires negative. This unit is non-functional.
Thank you. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Suture me up. It would improve your odds. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Mitigating the threat, locking them down.
Emergency protocol surrender.
Reviving me is in everyone's best interests. Investigating hostile intentions. extensive damage, Commander.
Requested assistance currently unavailable.
Torpificator at ready status. Taking the fight out of them. Torpification in progress.
Come now, let's wrap this up.
Proceeding to attack.
Standing by with life support.
Unorthodox at best. Yeah! Yeah!
It's fine now. How might we be of use to one another? I shall allow myself a moment of relief. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you? One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it. The web is an order-crafted network of information collection satellites. We actually implanted a back door in the web to bring it back on, but let's not speak of that. Find a way past the Protectorate at the crash site. Collect...
Cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22.9%. Interested? Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional? No need to start chewing erasers. I'll be gentle. Promise. Certainly, I haven't spied you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered. Come now. Don't tell me you haven't noticed our particular strain of hospitality here in the garden. I can only imagine how, especially in the middle of a war. And
You know, you do a passable impression of a scientician. Did you grow up near one of our settlements?
I'm quite sure I don't know what.
Oh, I understand you may technically count as a member, but there's a perfunctory element to your articulation. You don't believe in the plan. And she sized you up almost immediately, Commander. Been softly probing you for information. I clocked her the first moment she opened her mouth. Appreciate that. I spent decades undercover with only self-affirmations to assuage my vassal. Well, do I have to shoot up the place? Or will you come clean immediately? Who do you work for, little mole?
By the architect, keep your voice down, please. Even if what you say is true, this isn't a conversation best had amidst present company. Let's talk somewhere more private. Behind the CAF integration point, perhaps? You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue. I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. One could make that argument, and obviously have. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate. Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? That's your prerogative, of course. The benefits of free will. Until such time as the Order or the Protectorate repossesses it. If you change your mind, I'll be here.
forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Now, how might we be of Yes! Excellent! Take that. Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet. Yes, you've earned not only my trust, but the Order's as well. I hope you'll I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think...
Your admittance to the Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning may come from the leader.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart. A bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Faith is trust without evidence. You deserve far more than that. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, Supreme Calculator. I admit, when I sent my initial message, your recent exploits at such a loss of life is regrettable. To think that neither delegate managed to escape the station before it was inexplicably destroyed by the rift. Unthinkable. Improbable, even. Regret can be a powerful... Alden Levin was a beloved member of this order. But let us table the events of Greater Tranquility Station for now. The archive remains... Walk me through your plan, then. Once the data is processed, what then? And so it may, but... perhaps we are putting the solution before the problem. Until the Order has control over the archive again, this discussion is all but moot. Charmingly put. But any way I interpret the numbers, it is obvious the plan brought you here to deliver the archive out of Protectorate subjugation. But before we go further, you should be aware, by aligning yourself with us in this matter, Auntie's choice will Are you prepared to accept that consequence? It will be a mutually beneficial... Let us now discuss the particulars of what will be required to reclaim the archive. Fortunately, I have given this some thought, and already have a strategy in place. First, we must reclaim Spireton from the enemy. Spireton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the archive. More importantly, there is a lift located in... Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the archive by alternate means. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises with such a device in hand. Bypassing the rift should be... And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one... There is a computronical key that The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. Nothing more is writ on my chalkboard at the moment. Undoubtedly. All the more reason to adhere to the plan of taking Spyreton and moving Order troops into position. Exemplars will accompany you in any direct assault on Spyreton. But to increase our chances of success and take this once inside, it may be possible to divert power from the Protectorate's turrets via a nearby terminal. The same card should grant you access to the building housing that may you...
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.